talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Y'all ain't even expect to see me again tonight. Like, you know what I'm talking about? We gonna call this one right here, Ryan Garcia. They say what? No, see, I had to make this video right here, man. Cause I was just talking to my partner Nate right before that fight started, man. We was going back and forth. Cause he just tapped in on me out of nowhere and asked me about little nephew tonight, talking about because somehow I've been telling y'all this all week, man. I said this exact same thing all week, so I don't want to hear it now, man. You know what I'm talking about? I told him right before the fight. I said, Ryan Garcia finna let the world down, bro. And for some reason, this is what he texted me. He said, is that what you want to happen? Or is that, and I'm trying to tell him, bro, listen, man, I'm not one of them people that wanted Rolly to win because nephew got cheated. That does nothing. Nephew still got cheated. I'm not one of them people. I don't need somebody to beat Ryan Garcia to get nephew licked back. You know what I'm talking about? I told you I'm a Devin Haney fan, but I'm a boxing fan. Just like I explained to him right before the fight, I said, Ryan Garcia is trash and he has no power. I don't know how y'all just made this man a devastating power puncher all of a sudden. You say, what, bro? I said, even if you go back to the fight, the man was off drugs, brother. Do you get what I'm saying? And he still couldn't knock nephew out, who's supposed to ain't got no chin. Now, that's about the second or third time I've seen Ryan Garcia get dropped, man. Can we stop saying nephew ain't got no chin? But y'all see the way they covered nephew? I was telling my partner that right before the fight. I said they just covered nephew like he was scared that whole fight. In the first 2 rounds in that Ryan Garcia fight, Ryan Garcia didn't even do as much as nephew. And somehow the whole narration was crazy, bro. That whole narration was crazy. They was egging him on. Good job, Ryan. You know what I'm talking about? Like, man, you know what I'm talking about? You could tell. I thought they was still finna cheat Rolly. Because even after that knockdown, man, y'all heard him come to the thing talking about, man, even with the knockdown, we have Ryan Garcia winning by a round. I'm like, man, something straight out of comic book. But I just said this on my live, and this is why I made this video. No, I'm not happy that Ryan Garcia lost. I don't really give a fuck about that or not. I said the only way nephew is going to be able to get vindicated, because they're going to tease nephew forever. They still talking about the Ryan Garcia. Even my partner, he's still talking about, so what, Devin Haney still lost to Ryan. Like Ryan was, I said, Nate, the man was off drugs. But this is why I said Rolly beating him was the only way that nephew was going to get vindicated. You say, why is that, bro? Because don't nobody think Rolly could fight. Rolly is like the laughing stock of whatever weight division he in, man. Don't nobody give Rolly credit for nothing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody think he weak. And I said, now, after Ryan Garcia put up that performance against Devin Haney to come back and get dog walked by Rolly, that's that right there that's the only way nephew gonna get vindicated. Because when people see Rolly rolling over, they gonna know he was on drugs, bro. Because it's impossible to go from you know what I'm talking about, having that devastating power, making nephew, you know what I'm talking about? Every time he caught nephew with that left, it was quick too, wasn't it? Y'all seen him hit Rolly with that same punch 3 or 4 times, didn't even buckle him. Remember, Rolly ain't got no chin either. You know what I'm talking about? Rolly done been knocked out 3, 4 times, didn't even move him, did it? I just hate my man got cheated. I hate they cheated my man to even fuck with his head for him to even have to go through all that bullshit. But I told him, I said, bro, the world finna be disappointed and you can't get away from the universe. That's what I told him right before the fight. And he was trying to tell me that I just wanted that to happen because I guess I'm a Devin Haney fan. I'm a boxing fan, bro. That man, I'm about to go live with my other phone so I can show y'all this text, man. As soon as I said that shit, that man said, wow, Ryan went down. I just told him that shit. Then he gonna ask me how I know that shit, bro. It's obvious. I told him, I said, Nate, Ryan Garcia can't fight. Right before the fight, bro, I said Ryan Garcia can't fight and he ain't got no power. But they try to make Ryan out of a power puncher. Then Nate told me, it was like, yeah, well, Devin Haney still ain't that good. He got flaws. Once again, I try to tell him everybody got flaws, but for some reason, they just point his out. You know what I'm talking about? And I told y'all leading up to this shit, they kept on talking about how Devin Haney was going to do. They kept on praying for him. Oscar De La Hoya and them trying to act like they wanted Devin to get hit so bad. They wanted him to get cracked so bad. I promise you they did. I told y'all that was a 50-50 fight. I told y'all Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia is the same person. Same person, bro. Just told her, no. They thought I was just hating because for some reason, I guess they wanted They think I wanted Rolly to win because of what happened to Nephew. What does that do for Nephew? He still got cheated, bro. That does nothing. All that does is just prove he was off that shit. So you mean to tell me you look like a world-class fighter on the night fighting another world-class fighter, then you come up in here, man, you didn't even rock Rolly. Hit him with that same left. Every time you hit Devin with that motherfucker, he failed, didn't he? Now the whole world just see that he was off drugs. So he didn't do nothing but put himself on front page. You see, because that was the only way right there that the whole world was even gonna look at him like, yeah, he was off that dope. Yeah, he was off that dope. You know what I'm talking about? That was the only way Nephew was gonna get vindicated right there. Now you see he was off that dope. Man, that man went up in there and looked so plain and ordinary, didn't he? He wasn't none of that quickness, none of that shit, was it? All them combinations and shit, all that fast, all that shit. Remember when Nephew hit him and that nigga tapped his gloves together? He ain't had none of that strength tonight, did he? Y'all something straight out of comic book. I was waiting for ego. Because I told him, I got in his comments, I'm going to find that video and repost it for y'all. I told him I'm going to like to hear what he say when Rolly Romero knocked Ryan Garcia out. I said, I want to see what excuse you going to make when Rolly Romero knocks Ryan out. And he's still over there talking about, people are going to say it was the drugs. I don't think it was the drugs. Now all of a sudden styles make fights. Man, you don't get the fuck out of here. Now all of a sudden styles make fight. Let Nephew that got beat up by Rolly like that. Man, y'all something straight out of comic book, bruh. You going to run out of excuses. But I was just talking to my partner. That's why I made this video, man. My nigga Nate the Great. Because for somehow he think I'm happy because, no, I don't give a fuck about that shit nowhere. I hate that my nigga got cheated. We ain't gonna never be able to undo that. And that's fucked up. You know what I'm talking about? And now you see why he cheated, nigga, because that nigga's trash. You get what I'm saying? That nigga had to take that shit to even be on that level. And then we gonna act like the world, like the Ostarine didn't matter because this nigga kept getting hit with the left. The same left Ryan got knocked down with. He been getting hit with that motherfucker since Luke Campbell. But I guess it's Devin Haney, the only one that can't get moved out, I guess. So we ain't gonna say Ryan Garcia chinny. Y'all something straight out of comic book. And this is what I was trying to tell y'all when y'all was teasing Nephew. See, y'all could tease Nephew all you want to. He got cheated. He got up. This is let you know Ryan Garcia doesn't have any power. The man that you claim don't have no chin, you couldn't knock him out off a joke. You was off of Ostarine, steroids, whatever you was off of. With your big destructive power having ass, and you couldn't knock out a man that y'all claim don't have no chin. But just like I told my partner before the fight, because they just like teasing you. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's Ryan's going to get him again like that, man. They going to act like the dope don't matter. You seen what they said, the dope don't matter because he kept getting hit with the left hand. Just like I told my partner, if you off dope, it's easy to exploit somebody's flaws. Because now you punching harder and you moving faster. You get what I'm saying? But just like I told him before this fight, I say, y'all be teasing Nephew, but if we want to keep it real, Ryan Garcia is the only one who know how it feels to quit. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he the only one to know how it feels to quit. Because he's the only one that has quit. You know what I'm talking about? He quit tonight as soon as he got knocked down, man. You know what I'm talking about? And they was talking about why he ain't throwing them combinations, man. Y'all seen how he was reacting to the motherfucking Rolly feints? You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about why he ain't throwing them combinations, man. He done got knocked on top of his motherfucking head. You know what I'm talking about? He was real cautious. Yeah, he was real cautious after he got caught with that same left hook. You know what I'm talking about? That same one I guess Devin Haney can't get out the way of. And somehow they still trying to tease Devin Haney about... So you could tease Devin Haney all you want to. I just want you to explain how you lost to Rolly Romero. Because Devin Haney won this fight. Y'all see how they criticized him? Talking about how boring the fight was. You see how they try to smut? You see how they try to smut anything Nephew do? Now they talking about his fight was so boring, don't nobody want to see that. Like that Ryan Garcia fight and Rolly Romero fight had some element of excitement to it. The only element of excitement it had to it was Ryan getting knocked on his ass when he went off that dope. Didn't look strong at all, did he? Didn't look fast at all, did he? Didn't have none of that impeccable timing or none of that shit, did he? And they was talking about, they was wondering why that nigga was quiet leading up to the fight. You ain't got none of that dope in you. You ain't got nothing to say. You know how you is when you got that dope up in you. When you don't like shit, you talking to people. You talking to people that ain't even talking to you. You just talking. But what do I know? Only you could prevent forest fires, man. With that one right there, if you don't remember nothing else, always remember. It don't cost nothing just to show a little bit of love.